That means we probably will go for the Frost. I really want Nissa as soon as possible. And they're going for the Scry. Okay, so Go for the Frosts are amazing cards, but for this matchup they're kinda completely dead. Because we can remove a creature, but we need to remove enchantments, stuff like this more than anything else. So I think I will just try to drain their hand a little bit. They are going with the tome, so that's super painful. Like, this tome is the lifeline. If not the tome, they would be super short on cards very quickly. And we need to go into Cottage. So on the next turn we can play a 5 mana bomb. And it needs to work. Losing really is not amazing, but at least that suggests that maybe the next sticks. I could play Nissa and remove the last card. We don't know if there's priority, because there are no targets for Get Lost here. Alright, I will go like this. Very scary play, because I cannot lose those 2 Planeswalkers, they are kind of the lifeline, but we'll try to do it. Even 1 card might matter. I tell you, this tome was insane problem for us. If not this tome, we would be so much more ahead. But here's Biza, alright. They didn't really get literally any value. Alright, this is the turn when we are getting a little bit ahead. I think we have to go for the Throat, just to make sure that we are making progress. That is 1 mana per... Is that full control or something? Let's go. I don't know what they could have for 1 mana. I think it's a bluff. I cannot imagine a single card that is an instant for 1 mana. Smite doesn't work when there are no attackers. Let's play this one. And Lay Down Arms is a sorcery. So I don't think they have anything. Yes, please. Yes, please. This is the type of Planeswalker I want to see. And this one will be huge. Like, this is, this is the cute Nissa. This is the devastating, world-destroying Nissa. Eternal Wonder. Alright, definitely a very powerful play, but we can fight on Planeswalkers, you know? We could attack with Cottage, but that will tax our whole mana, so I'm not super happy with this play. I think we much rather go for this and try to draw some cards. They need to keep plussing, right? And let's make sure that the top card is relevant. I mean, this is not horrible, but we have Necropsy, we have Tear Asunder, all of those cards answer Eternal Wonder. We could even make some tokens, so we can start attacking on the next turn. It's not bad. It's actually not bad, but I think drawing cards is better, because we don't have the next play, and we want to make sure that we have the next play. This is really nice. The fact that we have potentially 3 different Planeswalkers helps so much, and they probably have only Get Lost to answer this. So we probably can overwhelm their Get Lost with our stuff. This is super painful, so we want Necropsy. We definitely want the Necropsy. They have a mana here, so up to 3. We probably need to get rid of it. Alright, so let's draw a card and see if we can get Necropsy. We cannot, but at least we get Liliana, which is really good, honestly. That means we can solve the board, add to the Planeswalkers, and soon start attacking their hand, which is really nice. They might make the tokens, but then we can solve it. We can absolutely solve it. Let's go. Even though it gets answered by a +1, it still forces them to go +1. They cannot do anything else, or this just pressures too hard. This is exactly the type of card we want. They can shuffle it with Demolition Field, so that's a bit painful. But honestly, I think we're in a decent spot. We don't want them to draw Get Lost or Ugin. They might be playing Ugin in this deck. Over. Honestly, I'll take it. I think this is good for us. A super powerful play, 7-drop of course, but a 7-drop that can be answered. Oh, the blink. The blink is pretty good. But we have so much loyalty that I hope we have time. We probably will have to go into Deadly Cover-Up at this point. But honestly, I'm pretty happy. We will answer the Wanderer fully with this. This is an enchantment, so we can use Nissa -1. Get rid of this guy. I tell you, I think we're doing it. The cards are sketchy in our hand. I actually don't want to discard a single one of them. I can sacrifice 2 creatures to get the moths to 2. But we would also need to... Okay, I need to think about this one. Attacking with Cottage is not amazing. They have flyers, so first things first. Let's attack. I could be missing on some damage with Ashiok and tokens. Because I'm not sure if we exile... We will exile something. So the if I go for the tokens, they would be a 2-2. Huh. They did not defend it. Okay, that's the last play I expected, to be honest. Because we still need to kill it, so we kinda wasted damage. It doesn't matter too much. It's all about this value in this game. But good play by our opponent. They have 8 damage. I think we have to go for Tear Asunder. Alright, let's go like this. This is a decent play. Because now we can go Tear Asunder. But man, this fact that they didn't block is so good for them. That was a really good play by our opponent. And let's go Fenrir so we have more creatures. Or we could go for the discard to activate the small Liliana. They have exactly 8 damage for Ashiok. Something to consider. There are 20, so I think discarding is a little bit better. It also opens -2 potentially. Sunfall. So we know they have answers. Alright, this could be interesting. I think they will hit Ashiok and try to solve those planeswalkers with the Moth. Like, that was super powerful play to get Overlord into Overlord, but you can see that it's actually doable. And to be absolutely honest, I prefer to lose 2 planeswalkers instead of 1 Ashiok. This can do so much, unless they have the answer. Another Wanderer, alright. We probably need to draw another... like, we have tons of answers to this. But we need to draw it. We also have Liliana, which can force a double sacrifice. Of course, a very bad draw here. We could make 2 tokens and draw. We could also go Nissa for a huge... I think we start with this. We have so many good cards. Duress into Tome. Not exactly what I wanted. Duress might hit. So we could go Lily. Minus. But we only kill 2 tokens. It's not amazing and it costs tons of mana. And she will be at 8. Man, this 8 is exactly the wrong number for us. We could attack the Wanderer and force them to block. I think it's Duress. I think it's actually Duress. We are short on value, so this will be very problematic, but getting rid of this last card, that should be a non-creature, is massive. Alright. Could be interesting. Alright, so we know exactly the situation. This isn't amazing, but at least it forces... No, they will just +1 and hit Nissa. So we save her. I think we'll literally swing. They can Demolition Field on the next turn and prevent the same situation again. But we're doing some more cards, so I will take it. What do we get rid of from the graveyard? I don't think they are using the graveyard, right? We can exile something with Deadly Cover-Up, so this is important. I will go for the Tome, try to Deadly Cover-Up, potentially get lost, or the Overlord. That's the idea. And we chill here. This token can be used later for Fountainport. Exactly this one. Just on the opposite side. So they can hit really hard. And they're going for it. They solve so many planeswalkers with those leftovers from the Overlord. But that means that we have another chance at drawing like Deadly Cover-Up or something. And I probably will keep this. We are probably not dying on the next turn. Alright. First potential. Deadly cover-up, please. We have quite a lot of those. We didn't really hit, so that's a bit unfortunate. Alright, so we can solve the Eternal Wanderer. But that's it. And when we target the token, they will lose the Fountainport, which is awkward. Man, we have so many good answers, but everything is aligned in like a wrong way right now. We need to hit Deadly Cover-Up, and we cannot. And those moths are all the problem. If we attack, they just trade, and that's not good for us. We actually don't have good plays. Everything gets perfectly answered by those moths. And I think we have to go for Necropsy. Can we double act? They will just demolition field one of the cottages. But at least I guess it's forcing them to. But yeah, they will protect the Emperor. So I go Necropsy into something. We are literally wasting Planeswalkers here. I think we have to play like this. What an awkward... Man, we have so many answers and all of them are wrong. You know? So we will go like this. We will go like this. Just to start clearing the board. Okay, so that means we can hit the stuff. No artifact. The creature, which is the annoying one. I'll go for the double striker, I guess. And here's the Planeswalker. Alright, man, what a game. We need only 6, I guess. Let's go this and this. I tell you, like, we have all the answers, but we are doing the wrong ones. I'm still considering the tome. We could draw it and fix our draws, but it was so mana intensive, and you can see how close this game is. Like, I actually cannot spare a single point of mana right now. They can unfortunately answer all of this with those moths, so we will have to work with it. Man, and now we get the stuff. After everything died. I tell you, this is like the most awkward game ever. So we can clear the board, but then they will have new ones. Okay, so I think we have to go for this. This is the play. We, of course, go for everything. Full mana. We can draw a card with Fountainport. The most important part is that we will go into 8 loyalty. Nissa will be at 1 after this turn, probably. They make the fish, but then we deadly cover up and we finally have empty board and our opponent with no planeswalkers and empty board. That's the idea. And we have Fountainport, so hopefully we can draw some cards before they demolish the field. And this is okay. It still helps them, but they probably cannot use the mana anyway. And they're going face. Okay. I'll take the face. Maybe you can raise them. So they want to block with fish and sacrifice it probably. Do we want to get more stuff? We could get the trample. We have few forests, but only what? 2, 4. So this will be 12. Not enough. Do we want the card? I want the card, man. We can always make more food tokens. They have 1 demolition field, but we have 3 lands that do something. Tome is pretty nice here. I will be happy with it. Let's make sure that they cannot kill it in some weird way. So they will raise here. Do I attack with double cottage? So we can get the mana. This can work, but we will be fully tapped. So maybe we just get rid of one of the moth and go... Yeah, I like this game plan more. We go for the tome. We swing on ground. They will probably block, draw a card, and then we'll kill them off. We'll go for the throat, lowering the damage to 4 a turn. It will be very hard for them to go on ground. They have Sunfalls, but they need to draw them. Man, this will... What a game, I tell you. And I think this is the moment. Because of course they cannot draw the card right now. We can sweep on the next turn if we have to, but we can also push a lot of damage. Like, this is basically lethal on the next turn if they don't have any blockers and stuff. Swing. And we can kind of force... Well, we need too much mana for the food token. Of course they drew the answer. Oh man, that's so awkward. Okay. At least we get the map tokens, I guess. But that would... I think that was lethal, because we could give trample to this. So I think they just drew the way to not lose the game on the next turn. We would just ultimate. All of them would be like 24 damage with trample, and they cannot block them. So, you know, unfortunate, but we'll go like this. So let's draw a card. We can sweep the board, so this is not lethal unless we want it to be lethal. Let's draw. I mean, no. They can make a token and block, so it's not lethal on this turn. Like, we cannot kill them with this. So we want to go into cards. Alright, we definitely play the land. I think we sweep into Ashiok. I think that's the play. Maybe we can mill them? No, we need more loyalty. But we might mill them at some point. So, probably let's swing and clear the board. Let's make sure that they have to do it. I'll take it. So that's a lethal right now. So they need to go into Fountainport. They cannot do anything else. They need to go for the fish, which is kinda nice for us. Man, there are so many options how to play this one. We kill the creature. We deal tons of damage, so they are at 8. This will help later. And we probably want to deadly cover up right now. So I have 5 mana to deadly cover up and 5 to Ashiok, so we cannot use the Fountainport. Too slow. Let's go. We will get rid of this. Yeah, ultimate will be for something later, because we could evidence the whole graveyard, and this would just mill them straight up. And what is the card that we want to get rid of? Probably the Over. I don't think we can handle it anymore. Let's get rid of the Overlords. Unwanted Remake. Yep. Man, what a Titans match. We have kind of a very similar deck. Alright. Yeah, so they have also Elspeth. This will be a pain. But hopefully you can make it work. Now we can set up Ashiok first. And I think we want to be aggressive, so we will go for the tokens. Especially that we have triple Ashiok, so we can burn them. And we probably will scry just for the life gain potentially. And we got it! Intimidation tactics. Artifact or creature. That's painful because we really relied on this one. Our opponent is on the play with 3 black mana. You know what it means. There is literally no way in Word that our opponent is not playing Annex on turn 3. This should sometimes happen, but it doesn't. So far, absolutely perfect for our opponent. They destroyed our card advantage engine, and they got their own unscathed. And we need to still get something in the graveyard. To be absolutely fair, we could just go with Nissa. So I can target. Okay, what is the wording on this? Collect evidence. So I can target, but I cannot pay the additional cost. I don't think there's any way we can go around it. So instead, we'll try to prepare for a demon. Unfortunately, the cards that our opponent drew before we are able to answer it, don't forget they're also on the play, so they are double good at magic. They destroyed our card advantage. They had their perfect card advantage, and they are on the play. So they're super ahead so far, and it won't be easy to, to get rid of this. I think we just go for the throw to just buy a little bit of extra time. They will draw the card, but we need to go into Nissa right now. -1, destroy Annex, then deadly cover up whatever will be in the board. So normally without Annex they would be losing heart on value, but with Annex of course it doesn't matter. So let's go Nissa. I think I need to double complete this. Also, yep, this will hit like a truck. However, there is a slight chance that our opponent doesn't instantly have the answer for this, and we won't get edicted or something. And now we are getting to the point where the game is kinda even. It might be in favor of us if they don't have the answer. Max speed will be relevant, but not yet. I need them to not duress me right now, because I need this deadly cover-up. Alright, with this, guys, there is a chance we'll recover. The start was painfully abysmal for us, but we are getting there. So, let's go. This has to happen, like 100%, and I'm casting it first. Well, to be absolutely fair, if they had the answer to Nissa, they would play it already. So with Surveil, we can try to evidence something. For example, Sys and Desist, which means that now we can evidence. Let's go. And my question is, do we go for Annex? Or like Slasher? We have still one more remover. I think it's Annex. Don't forget they have Sanctuaries. Let's get rid of this, and suddenly the deck is completely different one. So this helps a lot. And we need to get Nissa going. Of course, they can remove the creature with Go for the Throat. They can use Sanctuary, attack Nissa, and basically we are kinda in the same spot. However, we have Fenrir, we have Necropsy, and they don't have Annex in the deck. So right now they have no way of getting card advantage, at least the massive one, for the rest of the game. Of course, this pains me absolutely a ton. Nissa was our way to, skyrocket ahead and win. This will be a great cut-down target, of course, so we'll probably have to go for the fish game plan. I cannot really sacrifice it, it's not a token. It is what it is. At least we get the land. We don't really need them. Man, I need any of those cards, but we should get them at some point. And with Fountainport, Fountainport is here to give us advantage in exactly this type of scenarios. I think we take the damage. We could Necropsy. So what is the game plan? I think without Annex we can take a bit more damage. And I want to force them to use this cut down, right? Because I was considering blocking, because the token will die anyway on this turn, but I wanted to die when they use the card on it, because that means maybe in the future they won't have the card. I don't have enough mana for treasure. Let's go. We still pay 1 life, so it's a little bit painful, but we know that there's one cut down. They should cast it now, to be honest. Oh, this is an interesting one. They will probably cast it at the end step. But we can draw card. Go to 7. They have maximum speed. How does it work? Exactly. When you lose life, right? Loses life. So if we pay life, we lose life, I believe. So this will be a bit of a problem. Maybe we just kill this with Necropsy and draw a card. We will see. This Sanctuary got them so far ahead that it's not even funny. Because it destroyed Nissa, it hit us in the face, and now it keeps pressuring. However, they didn't go for cut down, which I think could be a bit of a misplay. Alright, they're paying a lot of mana for this one. Bloodletter. Very strong play. So this is probably deadly cover-up turn. I really want... Man, if we get a block, that would be perfect. They're going for the play. Well, I really hope we can get some extra value. This is a bit problematic, because this hits only once, but it hits for 6. And it also goes close to the maximum speed. So we could deadly cover up, and then keep those two. I think it's still better, right? They will get to maximum speed if we play on their turn with Fountainport. Very problematic situation. Maybe we just kill it and save 6 life. They don't have different types, so I cannot kill both using the same card. I think it's fine. We just take 6 damage once. What can go wrong? What can go wrong? Alright. I think it's super important to get 2-for-1 here. Oh, well, that solves a lot of problems. They don't have maximum speed. Alright, let's go, Lily. This is why we have Liliana in the deck. Coming to the rescue after Nissa failed. And this is where we get ahead. This card, well, it was a land, and our opponent is completely out of the game probably. Now we can sacrifice those tokens with Fountainport, draw a card, and draw a card because the creature died. So this is looking mighty great for us. We will see, we'll see. We could just go for card advantage, but let's see what our opponent will play. We need to be careful of this maximum speed. They have Shepherdess, so they still have options. I honestly think we will go like this. Drawing 2 cards in a situation like this is massive. And it will probably get us to, wow, to some crazy value. Thanks, Traveler. But honestly, it's still pretty good because we have Lily. We can just... I could play another and go for the ultimate. But I think we'll draw something. And don't forget, this deck has answers to all permanents. So whatever they have, it shouldn't matter too much. Like, Shelly is probably the biggest problem right now because it deals direct damage. And this is what you get when Annex is removed from the game. They don't have this draining ability that gets you to 0 whenever they have a demon. So you have way more flexibility how you answer stuff. This is probably like the last problem. And we can even use treasures. But to be honest, whenever we get Ashiok, we get 2 tokens for free. So I think it's worth to just keep sacrificing, so at some point we'll draw a non-land. And this is also a pretty nice draw. Let's go for what? Actually, we can deadly cover up something, so let's leave the good cards. They might have Virtue of Persistence, but I will take the risk. We can just answer it. We are going up to 6, which is nice. Okay, and we are getting to the big stuff. I honestly consider going Lily, but she's already at 5 loyalty, so she will get to ultimate probably at some point normally. And the main point right now, our opponent, whatever they play, they need to go through 3 different removal spells. And if they kill our creatures, that's fine. That's fine, because we have more. We could make a token on our turn to not give them the speed. It has to be on their turn, right? Yeah, during your turn. So, honestly, I think we just chill here. You know what? This is good enough. This is good enough. We will have 4 mana, which means that we can Necropsy and Tear Asunder. So that's good enough. And we have 2 blockers, of course, in case they did some crazy shenanigans. I don't remember the full deck, but I think Shell is like the only direct burn they have, and they need 3 turns with it. So I think we should be in the save right here. Man, the start was ridiculously hard. Like, it felt so... like, we were so behind, but now we are taking control over the game. Like, to be fair, alright, I roasted Nissa, but she actually helped us solve the game. Like, this -1 was such a big deal. Alright, and now every turn we are getting more and more ahead. This is actually super meaningful. And now we are going for the kill to not give our opponent too much of a chance to come back. We can deal 3 damage into 5, 9, 10 potentially. So it's very close to lethal. If I cast Lily... No, I don't think it's worth wasting the value. But I think we go for the fish here. We go to 4. We can still double cast, which is what we want. Alright, so this is... They're at 11, and we go for 6-10 damage on the neck. Here it is, as expected. I think we just go Necropsy. This is the card they have seen, so let's make sure that, you know, they don't know the full hand. And we'll submit double go for the throat, because we might evidence later. And this is their hope of closing this game. Gone. They have seen the Necropsy. They didn't scoop, so that means they still have something more, or at least hope for something more. But the second Necropsy or Tear Asunder will get them fully. Here it is. And we are on our way to ultimate with Liliana. I don't think it will be needed, but you know, it's always good to have an option of getting rid of all of the lands except one. And our opponent is struggling. They have one card, 6 mana, and less hope. I think they are trying to accept the reality right now that they are not going to win this one. Fountainport, really nice draw. Let's attack first. And we don't need to make any more tokens. Also, this creates food token, which gets us to 7 if we need it. So really good for us. They can remove it, of course, but they still lose in 2 turns, right? It's 6 damage, so 2 turn lethal. I honestly don't think they have an out. And I think they are just styling a little bit for no reason. Because with this we have all the options. We have life gain, we have more creatures that they can answer, and the most important, with Annex out of the game, they cannot recover. Like, there's no way they will get into this game, because they can only draw 1 card a turn. Let's make more. And this is the last draw of the game, and they should scoop, because now they know that they are not winning this game. Duress. Alright, here we go. Okay, I don't want to evoke, but this one would fit. So yeah, our opponent can enjoy our hand to feel how it is to have a deck with tons of value without relying on a single 4 cards. So yeah, I think at this point it's probably game over. We swing for 8 damage, we don't have the cottage. We could even make 2 more tokens if we cared, but of course we don't need to. Yep, after a little bit of roping, our opponent finally decided to embrace the result of this game. And of course, all we need to do is swing with Fish of Doom and some zombies. And that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is the type of gameplay that I personally enjoy a ton. I have a soft spot for this type of Planeswalkers deck, especially in Golgari, that have Nissa, Liliana, double Liliana, Ashiok, so many incredibly powerful creatures that they can play the game on their own even if you draw lands from the top, which is really cool. We have tons of, removal stuff, interruption. Liliana can get their cards to 0. We can extract their win cons with Deadly Cover-Up. Necropsy and Tear Asunder is absolutely amazing at destroying all the different permanents, and Seize and Desist hits both for Animator decks, and if you are seeing an artifact decks, like, you can just sweep it with green mana with Desist and basically farewell them. We have still some card advantage with the Tome, also life gain, so deck has a little bit of everything. It's very like slow Juggernaut of a deck, but once you get going, and most of the decks do not have so many answers to Planeswalkers, they usually have 3 or 4 get lost and that's it. So you can just overwhelm their answers. Nobody plays so much Planeswalker removal. Just make sure the moths aren't hitting you. Of course, the deck is not rotation proof. There are some pieces that will be rotating. This is one of the reasons that this might be your last chance to enjoy this archetype if you have the cards, and this is a really fun way to play Magic. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you to all the patrons that are supporting this channel and making it happen. And thank you to you for watching, all the cool decks and, games on this channel. It is super appreciated, and I cannot thank you enough as always. So, if you watched until the end, you can tell me. I always love seeing those comments, and I usually read them. So, yeah, thank you for watching, I guess, and see you guys tomorrow. With